Well, hi there. Just wanted to take an opportunity today to try this thing out. This is for, well, at least I believe it only fits this one, the Solo Stove Bonfire, which I've had for a long time, at least 8 or 9 years, probably more. It's one of their larger models. Mine's been under the protective cover, but it lives outside. And it is stainless steel, and it's done pretty well with it. But we're going to build a fire today, and we're going to try something I picked up over the holiday season when it was on a decent sale. This is their Solo Stove heat deflector. One of the nice things about the Solo Stove style devices is that they have these holes punched all around the base, and then a matching set of holes on the inside, and they're double walled. So what happens is a convection effect draws cool air in through these bottom holes all the way around, goes up between the inner wall and the outer wall and heats up dramatically, and then comes out of these top holes on the inside of the ring. And that will allow you to get that reburning effect, wood gasification, to use more of your fuel and produce less smoke. One of the problems is with the double wall construction, the outside, while it gets way too hot to touch safely, is pretty insulative overall, and you don't get much heat. So you either need to be standing pretty close to directly above the Solo Stove. I mean, it makes a very pretty fire, but it doesn't provide a lot of warming effect. So the heat deflector, which was very easy to assemble, you just stick these legs through and then slide on this steel cap. Once your fire is going, you just fit it into place, and then the heat is blocked by this structure, and the smoke can vent out these holes at the top, but the heat will radiate outwards. It says to a distance of 4 feet. Looks like, I'm surprised. I thought there would be less clearance here to add more fuel, but that actually doesn't look like it's going to be a problem. So it says to do it when it's preheated, so we'll do that. I've just done a basic, well, sort of an upside down fire. These stoves don't tend to like the upside down fire as much. I've actually found the best luck with lining it with vertical pieces, and I didn't cut up anything small enough today. This was just a whim I had. We have a friend that loves to have an outdoor fire, but on the porch, not in the woods, when she comes over. She's very sensitive to mosquito bites and just has an aversion to being out there, which is fine. Still get to have a fire. So we're gonna try one of our homemade fire starters. Tear that open and expose some of the fibrous stuff. Get it lit up. Place that. We've got a bed of wood chips there that were my fruit wood, like apple and cherry and such, or hickory, for smoking meat or adding a little smoky flavor to a steak or a hamburger on a propane grill. Really like charcoal, but propane is very convenient. So we've got our bed of chips under there, our probably too thick wood, and then some, might as well be kiln dried kindling up top. It's been inside in the firebox for months. It should be bone dry. So I'll pause this for a bit until we get our fire going, and then we'll try out this heat deflector and see how it works. See if it does work. It should. Physics is physics. We'll see if we can get this to catch, and I'll come back when it's ready. Well, sometimes in life you're just being a little too hard on yourself. This fire took off pretty quickly and easily. One thing I will note right off the bat is the instruction sheet said to light the fire and have it preheated. Well, I don't have any Nomex gloves on hand. I've just got some leather lined with Kevlar. No welding gloves on hand either. I'm not sure about putting those legs in place and maybe having to readjust a little bit when the fire's already hot. I think I would just start it with it already in place. That was a little toasty. But so far, I am getting some heat off to the sides. That was kind of the goal, was to be able to have people sitting in a circle around this little fire pit out on the back deck and be comfortable at night, particularly in the fall. You know, when the leaves are all down and the trees are asleep for the season, and the fire danger is up if we haven't had a wet fall, I'm not comfortable, even in my protected fire ring with the cleared area. Not too comfortable having a campfire out at the back camp. So if I want a fire outside in dry conditions, this is what I would use. Smokeless effect really hasn't done too badly so far. We're not getting a lot of smoke. You can see some of it reburning in there. Here, why don't we zoom you in a little bit. The ring is, of course, extremely shiny right now. It's not going to be for long. Once this gets hot, I'm probably going to spray it down with a little bit of cooking spray to help develop a protective patina on it. Even though it is stainless steel, I did not get the case for this one, and there is no way I'm going to take off those caps and break down the legs each time and pack it away in a bag every time I'm done using it, just waiting for the cool down period at the end of a night. I know it's not going to happen. So it too is going to live a hard life. The best I'll do for it is put it under the eaves where the bulk of the rain won't get to it. I expect a lot from stainless steel. But I'm also willing to put a patina on it so that it's protected to a degree. It's an interesting parabolic shape up there, pointing downwards to the fire. I suppose that's to redirect the heat energy. It's a good looking piece. It assembled really, really quickly. Didn't have any issues with fit and finish. It's pretty light for its size. Being made out of steel, I expected it to be heavier than it is, but it feels like a decent gauge. And the solo stove, I honestly thought would have bitten the dust by now, but it's been going and going for years and years and years. One thing I am curious about is if I need to adjust my boundaries for the solo stove with this on. I wouldn't want to overheat those deck rail supports. I don't think it'll be an issue though. They're at least 2.5 feet away. Now, how much heat am I getting from over here? It's comfortable on my legs. I'm not feeling it on my upper body or my face at all. I am pleased that it's not producing more noticeable smoke with it in place. Overall, for what I paid for it, I'm pretty happy with this. And I also like that it kind of naturally acts as a bit of a spark arrestor. You know, there's less concern about a spark flying up and out. I mean, sure, they can escape the sides, but it's more than there was. And actually getting some warming effect out of a fire. These Bonfire solo stoves are actually pretty fuel hungry. They're efficient at burning, but they burn through it quickly. So efficiency with wood, I'm not even sure how to quantify that. It burns hot, but it burns fast. So anyway, this was just a quick one today to go over a product that I happen to have brand new in the box, waiting for a good time to have a fire outside, and thought I'd throw it together and we'd give it a try today. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. So this is the Solo Stove heat deflector, mounted on a Solo Stove Bonfire model, one of their larger ones. I'll just give us a few minutes with the fire together. All right, well, that's enough of an ASMR break, I suppose, but the wind in the trees, and the bird song, and the storm clouds in the sky, sound of a crackling fire, heat shimmer from under it. It's not a lot better in life. So I'm going to pause for just a moment, and for those who have decided to stay around, we'll go ahead and put an initial little coat of, well, seasoning on this fire ring. And expect some smoke. We'll be right back. Okay, so all I'm using here is just basic canola oil spray. We're not going to put a heavy coat on. It's like cast iron. Less is better. If you really wanted to do this well, do it once very lightly, just a little bit. And then do it a couple more times over the course of the season. Now that this fire is really taken off, I am getting a fair amount of heat back here. I'm sitting about 2.5 feet away. It's starting to feel like I might want to move back a 1/2 foot, so yeah, this definitely does a good job. Well done, Solo Stove team. Anyway, that's all I had for today. Just trying this interesting little device out. It really does seriously improve my Solo Stove Bonfire. I could see us using it substantially more than we do, because usually it's more for ambience than actual heat value, but this solves that problem. All right, thanks for your time, thanks for hanging out with me, and hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.